Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order. It's 6 p.m. I'd like to start the meeting by acknowledging that this meeting takes place on traditional and ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. We are all treaty people. So we'll start with the approval of the agenda. Does someone want to move the agenda? So moved by Councillor Duggan, seconded by Councillor Halverson. All those in favor, right hand. All those opposed, motion carried. Approval of the minutes from our last regular meeting of council, moved by Deputy Mayor, seconded by Councillor Bertels. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed. Okay, so there was nobody that signed up to speak publicly today, but there was a few people that stumbled in a little after we took the sheet away. So if anybody would like to speak, now is the time to take the podium or forever hold your peace. Okay, that's the first time I think since we've added to the agenda. So thank you very much. We'll move on to 6, which is public presentations. There is none on the agenda. So we're moving on to 7.1, which is a letter of support request from Atlantic Sea Change Cooperative Housing Limited. There is a letter in your package. So there is a motion in front of us. So just to get the discussion started, do we have a motion on the floor? It's been moved by Councillor Duggan, seconded by Councillor Ernst. So is there any discussion on the letter of support? There isn't any. All those in favor of sending them a letter of support? Motion carried. Public hearings, public information meetings and appeals. There isn't any. So now we're going to move on to business arising and unfinished business. First is the snow removal policy decision. And there's a draft motion in front of us. And we're basically just removing the existing snow plow policy that's been there for probably longer than I've been born and replacing it with a more up-to-date one. So there's a motion in front of us. Is someone willing to make that motion? Moved by Councillor Bertle, seconded by Councillor Sanford. All those in favor? Or is there any discussion first? Okay, go ahead, Deputy Mayor first.
When I just read through that, I know we do plow some private roads that we charge for. Does that need to be addressed under that bylaw, or is that something different from a staff perspective that we look after?
Through the chair, Deputy Mayor, it was something that would not be covered in the policy. It's something we'd look after, and perhaps Tyson can add anything to that. But typically, this is just a staff procedure we would continue.
I think Jamie's summarised it well there.
Any other questions or comments? Councillor Sanford?
Just a comment, not to be too anal, but on page 4 of the snow removal policy, the second sentence says temporary street signage may, and the word be is missing, BE. It should be may be placed in affected areas. It just says may placed in affected areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? I just have one under communication, and I think I know the answer to that, but I'll just ask it. I think the town's currently looking at another form of communication as well. Are we not? Maybe an email list rather than just social media sites. I think we were discussing that for electrical outages, water main breaks, that you know how you can get an email from Eastlink, because not everybody's on social media. So
Through the chair to the mayor, that's correct. We're currently vetting a few different I don't want to say vendors, but a few different platforms that would allow us to mass communicate through email, text, those type of things, so that it's much more readily available.
thank you. I thought we were doing that. I just thought we should let the public know. So thank you very much. So there is a motion in front of us. If there's no other comments or questions, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion carried. Now under new business, there's a purchasing policy in place. I think what I'll do is for that, I will ask the deputy mayor to take the chair, and I'll declare a conflict just because I do quote and bid on certain town items. Okay.
Okay, so regarding the purchasing policy, do we have some staff input there we want to bring forward before we?
Yes, Deputy Mayor.
Can you turn your mic on, Lisa? thought I had it on, sorry. So staff have identified some operational efficiencies that can be achieved if the limits for the limited value or small POs are changed. So we're suggesting moving those to $2,500 plus HST from the current $750 plus HST. And also increasing the request for quotes to start at $5,000 plus HST versus the current $2,000 plus HST. Staff have also used this opportunity to bring the policy to our current policy standard, which included removing some of the more procedural sections of the policy. And the other item to note was the removal of the dollar amount for emergency purchases, while the reporting requirement would still be in place to report to council. And there is a notice of motion for this evening for council's consideration at the next meeting.
Thank you, Lisa. Any questions for Lisa? Okay, then we'll look for someone to give notice of motion. Councillor Ernst, give notice of motion for the policy, so then we'll review that at the next meeting. Great. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Thank you, Council. We'll move on to appointments to committees. We all had the handout for the annual review. You guys have obviously been doing this for 3 years now, so I just reviewed what I'm technically supposed to attend, and I'm fine with that. I would mention that there are a couple of committees there that meet through the day, that if somebody's on there that can't attend those meetings, I'd be more than willing to either attend those meetings or be sort of a backup if you'd like. So I'm always there if you want to get a hold of me, because a lot of these meetings now are like 10 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. So if you have a job where you just can't get out, it's getting tougher and tougher to make these meetings. So I just wanted to put that out there. So is everybody okay with what they're currently on? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Councillor Duggan.
The one committee that I haven't been able to attend the meetings for quite some time. If I can find it. Oh, it would be the South Shore Housing Action Coalition Committee. I'm not sure if somebody else would like to step up. Their meetings are typically Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of the month from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. And unfortunately, that's not a time that works for me. And so there hasn't been representation for that committee for quite some time.
Okay, so I know that's a tough time for most. I can attend those if you'd like, but if someone else would like to sign up for that, feel free. If not, I'll just get staff to put me down for that and let them know I'll be the representative. Okay, everyone good with that? Okay, thank you. So now we move on, I guess, to the excitement of the night. We have an election. It's not like the US. We don't have signs everywhere, and we're not having a debate, but we have an election for the deputy mayor. So I guess I never done one of these before. So do we just write a name down, or do we have to have a motion made for someone to move? Kayla? So we'll call for nominations to the floor. Is there any nomination for deputy mayor? Deputy mayor.
No, yeah, thank you, Your Worship. No, I think, look, I'd like to thank council for the last 3 years served as deputy mayor. You've been very supportive, especially this summer when I had to step in for Matt while he was gone and before Jamie came on. But I think it's probably my tenure is probably time to pass the torch on to someone else. So at this point, I would be happy to nominate Councillor Halverson for the position of deputy mayor.
Thank you. Is there any further nominations from the floor? Any further nominations? Hearing none, then I'd like to congratulate, I have to ask, do we have to vote still? Okay, Councillor Halverson, would you like to be deputy mayor? I guess I was just going to tell you were going to be. Come on, right? I was waiting to tell somebody to do something all along. Eh?
Well, it all depends. Do I have to grow a mustache? I don't think it's an exemplar here that I don't know that I can meet. But, no, I'd be very honored to accept the nomination. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And I'd like to congratulate Councillor Halverson, who is now the new deputy mayor Halverson. And I'd like to take a moment to thank deputy mayor or past deputy mayor Mosier, I guess now, for serving in that role for a number of years. And I guess we should get a motion, I guess, to all vote for that, even though there's only one person nominated. So all those that support Councillor Halverson as Deputy Mayor Halverson, raise your right hand. So congratulations. So there's no other notice of motions, information. So a motion to move in camera. So moved by Councillor Bertle, seconded by Councillor Sanford, and we'll call a brief recess. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for attending tonight.